We live in this thing. We are in this thing. What's good with y'all? Hold on. Let's share this live. Let's share this live. Hold on. Let me play a beat for y'all while I share this live. Hold on. Get in here. It's the beat I made a couple days ago. Get in here. Get in this live. Like and subscribe. Okay, that's enough of that beat. That's enough of that. Yo, what's good, man? What's good? I am in this thing. Another live stream with your counselor. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all tuning in. We had a great stream last time. You know what I'm saying? We had a great stream last night. That was fire. And then even on top of that, I love the topics that we was talking about. I want to continue with some new topics. Make sure y'all like and subscribe on my channel. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the notifications every time I go live so you can get that. You can be a member. You can be a member on my channel so you can get the exclusives. I put the beats up on my members only, so I put those beats up so y'all can go have fun on that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's a member, you can get those beats. And then I got new content that I got dropping, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun today. I got a couple of things that I do want to discuss. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to play you. I think I want to play this particular record that we're working on from a project. I'm probably gonna end up leaking a record today. You know what I'm saying? I might just leak a record today. So that's okay. Y'all can hit me in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Super chats are all welcome. You know how it is. Like I respond to the super chats. Every now and then I respond to the comments, but I really respond to my super chats because that's where I show love and I show your love back. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? We got some stuff we got to talk about. Let me just share this. Let me just share this live really quick. Couple of things I want to go over. We want to talk about some new albums. There's some new albums that's going on that I definitely want to get into. I might play some new beats. If y'all got a particular artist that might want some beats, I might play some beats for today. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be fun. Hold on. Let me get my moderators in here. If they're not in here already, let me get my moderators in here so I could do what I do best. This is going to be fabulous. What y'all doing today? Hit me in the comments. What are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling today? How are y'all feeling today? You know what I'm saying? It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day to enjoy. Good day to vibe. I might. Like I said, I might give away some beats in this live. So y'all better stay tuned. Y'all don't know what I'm finna do. Y'all have absolutely no clue what I'm finna do on my lives. You know what I'm saying? It get real. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get into it. So, really quick, there's a particular movie that I'm working on. I'm working on a new. Well, we're not working on a new film. There's a production house that's working on a new film. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. They're pretty dope. You know what I mean? I can't say who the production company is because I don't want y'all going looking up their page, flagging them, shit like that, and tell them, "Hey, Polly Rob was mentioning y'all." Nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm not gonna mess up my business. But it is a production house that's working on the film, and we're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some scoring for it, and that's gonna be very, very fun. You know what I mean? It's another scoring situation. A little bit of music licensing, but mostly it's gonna be scoring. So I'm excited about that. You know what I mean? And those type of situations, those type of gigs where you get to just score music for movies, really, really like past 5 years or so, I've really been, me and the team been digging into that type of situation. So I really like that. Hold on, wait, I'll tap in. And it's one of those things where it's like I love working on movies. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm just doing film sound, I love working on movies. I think it's fun. I think it's very, very like uh just the energy on a film set is just like no other. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely different. Let me know if my things start glitching or not. Let me know. But it's different. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just like working on records with artists, you know what I mean? Like you gotta really make the music that's uh, based on the film and the scene and the mood, and it might just be some bells and whistles. It might be an eerie sound there. It might be a whole song that's going to be a B-roll into a scene that's switching. You never know. You never know like what you may need, but just based on watching the film, the raw footage, and a little bit of how they put together the storyline, it can go into so many directions. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that, and I think I'm going to enjoy that for a very long time. It's something that we've done a couple of times over before, but you just never get tired of it. You never get tired of figuring out what's needed in this scene. And if anybody has ever watched something on mute, if you've watched a movie that was on mute, you know what it means when you see the scene, but you kind of don't feel it because you don't know the dialogue, you don't know the mood of it. So anybody that's watched something on mute, just know it's not entertaining. And the music that we make really is really a difference. It makes a difference in the dramatic moments. It makes a difference in the emotional moments. It makes a difference just in the quirky comedy moments, like when somebody tells a joke, like those little that right there on stage is equivalent to having like a quirky type of record where let's say it's a white girl, she in the car and she's singing Megan Thee Stallion, and she rapping cuss words. Like she's doing something that's semi funny, but the song she's rapping is and the music that's behind there is what makes it even more funny. That's what makes it even more funny. You know what I'm saying? So I love just being a part of that whole layout. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good? You never know. Yeah, exactly. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Sash, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Silent movies do hit different. Yeah, it do. Like there are silent movies. There are movies where there's absolutely no music. I mean, even back in the days, like in the 60s, 50s, 40s, when they just started getting into cinema in terms of like movies, it was really like probably like a piano, and they would just play something, or it was probably just no music. So it's a little different. But what I'm saying is, you don't know how to feel emotionally when you are watching something silent. You don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? It's really internalized on how you might feel when you're watching something, as opposed to the movie giving you the feeling you're supposed to be in. You know what I mean? If you watch something silent, you may be laughing at some shit that's supposed to be serious. You know what I mean? Or you might look at something and think it's serious, but it's actually something that's a little bit quirky. So who knows? You know what I mean? All I'm saying is I enjoy working on music for TV and film. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I have fun with that. You know what I mean? And I want to continue to do that. I definitely want to continue my stake and our local astronaut stake in doing that for independent films and major films. We have been blessed to work on major films and independent films at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I have fun with those type of things. You know what I mean? On top of that, I actually picked some beats for a couple of artists today. Um, every day I try my best, you know, for better or for worse. Every day I try my best to, you know, pick some beats for different artists that I want to work with. Where, you know, eventually we'll end up getting in the studio and we might craft up something, you know, new. But what I do is I like literally do my homework on the music that they've done at a certain point in time. And then I say, hey, you know, I want to be able to, you know, pick some records for you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they might have their own recording conglomerate, their own engineer, their own, you know, people that help them put together music. And when you send them the beats, they know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of artists. But some artists, you got to get in the studio to craft. I still like to pick beats. I still like to pick beats for them and do my homework, you know what I'm saying, prior to, even if we're meeting up for a session, I still like to pick a selection of beats for a particular artist and then see what they like, see what direction they're going in, give them different flavors, different styles, and then start working from there. And that's usually how we start EPs. That's how we started the Planet Asia EP. That's how we started the TF EPs. You know, Scandalous Summer, both volumes, number 1 and 2. You know, 2.5 is coming soon. That's how we were able to work on the record. We actually got a project with Head Crack. Shout out to Head Crack. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was able to kind of start that. It's just actually doing your homework and picking beats for different artists that you feel like, you know, that you want to work with. You know, instead of just, oh, these are the last 20 beats that I made. These are fire. Let me play it for you. Like, no, because these 20 beats might not go for this artist, but it may be cool for this artist, or 3 of them might be cool for this artist. I like to be able to, you know, craft something or pick beats based on that person's style, their approach, where they haven't been, you know, where you hear them sonically, things like that. You know what I mean? So that's just that. I like to have fun doing that. Yeah, Tom and Jerry definitely had a silent. You know, it's silent. It's really just sound effects and everything and music for sure. Um, which is better, cinema or artists, and which pay better? Um, when it comes, okay, first off, let's get this out the way. When it comes to pay better, when it comes to what pays better, cinema or artists, for sure, cinema. TV and film pays tremendously more better than artists. It's just what it is. Like, you know, artists, they always have a budget of what they're working with to get the music done. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that budget is, they're only willing to work with those particular producers or whomever that can work within that budget, rightfully so. This is the money you got. This is the money you can spend, rightfully so. Cool. But in TV and film, they have a budget of how much they're going to spend on music, period, for the entire film, the entire series, the entire whatever. Those budgets usually are vastly larger than actual artists. You know what I'm saying? And artists only get a portion of that budget, you know, to work with as far as the recording budget, you know, production budget, feature budget, things like that. In cinema, it's like, no, we're paying for the license to put this music in this film, or, you know, they'll pay you to make some new records exclusively for that film. You know what I mean? So that means that they're buying it all the way out, right? So those opportunities can be 20,000, can be 100,000, can be 300,000. Who knows? You don't know. It's based on the budget of the film, the music budget that they give for that particular film. You know, sometimes it might just be $1,000 or $1,500, but not 2010. If it's that small, that means that they're willing to pick music from your catalog that you've already had already, and all they're doing is paying a licensing fee to be able to use that in the film. You know what I'm saying? They're not owning the record, you know, or things like that, unless they giving you some type of crazy contract. But usually they just paying for the license of that actual record. And what I'll do is I'll get a music supervisor or I'll get like a film director on here one of these days, and we'll have a conversation about TV and film, music, how to submit, how to develop those relationships in that world. And keep in mind, I'm still learning myself. I'm still growing in that myself. You can never have enough directors or music directors, music supervisors. You can never have enough in TV and film because they're always constantly working on like 2 or 3 projects in that year. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. I would say this: it's more lucrative to be in the TV and film world than it is on working with just artists. Now, when it comes to shout out to Sash for that question. Thank you for that. When it comes to what's more fun, I would say this: it's equally as fun for me because not the exact same way, but the way that I produce music for TV and film, I incorporate some of that into what I do with artists. Like I like to build cinematic type records with different artists. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. That's what I like to do. Build out cinematic type records with artists. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, especially like, rappers that got a aggressive lifestyle, things like that. Or somebody who has a real story to tell, an emotional facet. Like I'm the type of person where it's like, I want your music to sound like a full-on movie. Like, no, you could actually pitch this to TV and film, but then you can make your own type of short film to this record. Case in point. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this record before we get back to this conversation. I'm gonna play this record that we did for this group called Horns and Halos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Panama Red and Ty Perkins, the Perkins. You know what I'm saying? They're a group. They do a little bit of like hip hop, rock. They're fire. They just dropped the album not too long ago on Bandcamp. So shout out to them, Horns and Halos. And it was a record that we did called Keys to the Kingdom. Now this record, we actually had this record as far as the hook and the beat already. I made it years ago, but we never put it out because we never had verses to it. Like, if you know us, at Local Astronauts, like we'll cook up some records and we'll have songs ready like to go. Like we'll have songs with hooks ready to go, but we give it to select people depending on who they are, depending on their style, what they do, things like that. So what we end up doing is we end up like, let's say we work with a particular artist. We might have a record in the catalog that we'd be like, yo, that might sound good with them. Let's try it out. Now we're very particular as to if it's not working, if you didn't do your thing on that record, nah, we not letting you have that record. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. If you didn't do your thing, we're not letting you have that record. But if you did your thing and you dope, then let's make it rock. So this whole time we let certain people rock on that beat, and it just didn't come to fruition until Horns and Halos. Horns and Halos came in and they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? They did their shit. And it's actually it's featuring Bad Luck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bad Luck. And it's featuring Bart Oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who Bart Oatmeal is, make sure you do your homework. So let me pull it up. And I want to play this for y'all because this is a dope record, but it's also a reflection of what I was saying, TV and film type records. You know what I'm saying? I like TV and film type stuff. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and play it. Here you go. This is called Keys to the Kingdom. And it got a long intro and everything. I ain't gonna hold you. And let me know about the super chats. I respond to the super chats, man. I show love to the super chats. You know what I'm saying? We in here. We gonna vibe. I appreciate the comments.
The only time I second guess is at the Cooper building. My eyes low cause the tree burning nice and precisely lit it. I'm old school, turning critic and low fade underfitted. I see the snakes like a hawk shopping for telescopes. thinking it better miss me because my old crimes is federal. Now I know the game because I ran it for 20 years. How could you top a little chop on the misery? Is it fair and really is it clear? But seeing how this 5 years, the most profit from throwing bodies on projects. So yeah, I may not be the most innocent, militant, condom illiterate, psychopath, degenerate. My resources are limitless. They go back in the street strapped and what have you. There's one of my niggas cash you or fuck around and stab you. Mind over matter, matter of fact, blood spatters in a matter of minutes, cause most don't matter to me. Keys to the kingdom. How you run corners with 2 strikes? Streets unforgiving, so you fight for the keys. Blood money got your family shook. Death commit 3, so they grease for the keys. The wolves listening, drooling at the mouth for the christening. For the keys to the kingdom. Study the rules, it's not cool when you end up full for real. They know who to call when the blood gets spilled. For the keys, chef for the hood, but I don't make no meals. Where they go when the blood get low. For the keys to the kingdom. Where they go when the blood get low.
It's the new pop out, bring niggas hotties out. Let the old schools hop out. Deep in the trenches, hopping fences. Defenses when it ain't your turf. Big trees all around me, nigga, you get smoke first. Big bowls at the table, holding off birds. You can't get a hood pass until you walk it out first. No drought to the right, I drive the plug's worth. So many irons in the fire, I can have your part served. She love oatmeal in his crop work. I pay ties to the block first. A lot of riders who want to pass go. Keys to the city, I'm Sasso. Long passes already gave them to the rascals. NTU bring the cash flow. Local astronauts bringing in the cash home. Don't ask me about cash if your math wrong. Personal status in the dash, make that bow snap strong.
The keys to the kingdom. With 2 strikes, streets unforgiving, so you fight for the keys to the kingdom. Blood money got your family shook. Death commit 3, so they grease for the keys to the kingdom. The wolves listening, drooling at the mouth for the christening. For the keys to the kingdom. Study the rules, it's not cool when you end up full for real.
Yeah, come on, man. Keys to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So that record, if you listen to it, it sounds very cinematic. You know what I'm saying? Big pianos. You know what I mean? Big energy record. You know what I mean? Eerie sounds. You know, that record can be used for a trailer. You know what I'm saying? It can literally be used for a trailer. You know what I mean? And that's the type of records that I like to make. So if when you ask me, you know, do I like the cinema more or working with the artist? It's kind of in between because, as you can see, these are artists that I'm working with, independent artists, but it's a record that sounds like it could be for TV and film. So it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the question. You know what I mean? Do you get residuals for the cinema? So let's say if you place a record, if they pay you a licensing fee for a record that you have, you know, that they're putting on, they can put 40 seconds, a minute of the song on the film or the TV series. As long as you make sure you sign up with ASCAP and BMI and input your record into the system, you'll get a natural royalty fee from the show to you. It'll be royalties to everybody that's a part of the song. So yes, you can get residuals. You don't get residuals off the actual movie and everything because you're not a part of the movie. You're just doing the music. So you'll get your royalties, which is called sync royalties. You will get sync royalties, you know what I'm saying, a part of, you know, when you make sure you input the record. If you don't input the record, a part of these publishing societies, you won't have the opportunity to get royalties, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure. Make sure you sign up and you input every record that you're a part of, whether you submit to TV and film or not, because you are entitled to royalties in some capacity. You just got to do your homework. You just got to do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We're gonna talk about some new albums that's coming through. You know what I'm saying, in a little bit. Before we get to that, I gotta ask you a question. I have to ask you a question, and y'all let me know in the comments. And this is a simple question. It's not nothing hard. Do you ever feel like you're not doing enough? Do you ever put it in the comments? Yes or no? Do you ever feel like you're not doing enough? Like whatever you got going on, I don't know if it's work, I don't know if it's, your kids, being a parent. I don't know if it's, you being a creative, you being an artist, you being a carpenter. It don't matter. Do you ever feel like you're not doing enough? Put it in the comments, yes or no. Do you ever feel like you're not doing enough? We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. This is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a real, like, a lot of people go through this. You know what I'm saying? All my friends that I rock with, all the people that I have, good dialogue with. We talk every now and then. Sometimes I might feel like I'm not doing enough. Sometimes I might feel like I'm not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Sash said, all the time on many levels. Facts. Big facts. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? I'll just take this one situation in my brain. And this is simple because this is what I'm doing now. So when I started my YouTube journey, right? I started doing YouTube. I wanted to, offer, three things. I wanted to offer music production because I'm a producer, you know what I mean? And that's what I do. That's my lifestyle. Music exploration, like the concept of exploring music, not necessarily, just trying to be the best at it, but just exploring it on the surface level. And then music motivation, you know what I'm saying? And I consider myself a pretty good motivator, not just in music, but in life in general. Like, if you know me, you know that, if I believe in you, I'm going to will myself into helping whatever it is you got going. But also, I'm going to motivate you to be the best level of person that you can be. I am that person for sure. I guess they, I consider my love language, what is it? Words of admiration or words of encouragement, something like that. Whatever that love language is, that's probably right. I'm that and acts of service. I'm both of those. That's me. But let me know what's the proper term of the love language. It's called I don't know. What is it? Words of encouragement, words of admiration, something like that. Matter of fact, let me look it up. Let me look it up right now. Let me look it up. Let me not get these wrong. The 5 love languages. Let me look it up. 5 love languages. So they are that's what it is. Words of affirmation. That's what it is. I am words of affirmation and acts of service. Let me get to the words of affirmation. I can motivate anybody to do anything. I can motivate anybody to do anything. That's one of my gifts. People may call it a gift and a curse, but I can motivate anybody to do anything. If I believe in you that much, I'm going to pump you up to get popping. Just who I am. At the same time, to a default, I'll motivate somebody else to be great before I do it for myself. I'll motivate somebody else to be the best that they can be before I do it for myself. I admit that. Sometimes I can see the path and journey of somebody who's trying to do their thing. I can see that before I see my own journey. And maybe that's just a concept of, you not being the player of somebody's chessboard. Like you being the person who can watch both sides of the chessboard so you know the moves. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I'm on the outside looking in, but I'm helping and motivating this person. I can see what chess pieces they need to move before I can see the ones for myself. Maybe that's it. But words of affirmation is my thing. If you've ever been a friend of me, you know I'm going to try to motivate you to be the best version ever. Best version ever on every level, wherever you're starting from, because you don't have to start at this fully pre-planned layout and level. It don't have to be like that. It can literally just be, I have an idea, I'm trying to figure it out, let me figure it out. I'm with that. I'm okay with being on that small bottom level with you and saying, hey, I'll walk with you through it, right? At the same time, it's difficult when I can't do that for myself. I may see, and I may see all the answers. I may see every answer there is, but it's like, it's hard for me to act on it because it's me. When it's somebody else that needs to make these moves, I can tell them that off top. But when it comes to me, it's like, what's going on? Why am I not listening to my own advice? Why am I not taking heed to the things that I should be telling myself? I'm a words of affirmation guy. Why am I not pumping myself up? Why am I not giving myself that same pep talk I give to everybody else? I don't do that for myself. So when I ask y'all, do you ever feel like you're not doing enough? I'm asking y'all a real question. That's a real thing. Not doing enough is not just necessarily getting up and working or trying to figure it out. It's about not giving yourself enough grace, not giving yourself enough motivation to get to whatever opportunity you want to get to. That's what I think I kind of realized within the past couple of weeks, is that it's not the fact that I'm not doing enough. It's the fact that I'm not celebrating my small wins enough. It's that I'm not appreciating the work that I am doing enough. How can I expect somebody to appreciate the work that I do for them when I don't appreciate the work I do for myself? I'm not appreciating the work that I'm doing for my own self, let alone trying to wait on somebody to appreciate my work. I'm not giving myself enough grace. I'm not giving myself enough hand claps. I'm not clapping enough for myself. Sometimes I ask myself, what's wrong with me? Not in a bad way, but just sometimes you got to ask yourself, hey, yo, what's wrong with you, yo? What's wrong with you? Like, not saying that you got the answers, but I can motivate myself to get into whatever I want to get into, whatever it is. Why am I not doing that? What's wrong with you? I got to ask myself that sometimes. Same thing for y'all. It got to get to a point where you got to focus on just motivating yourself. Focus on supporting yourself. I had to realize that. Past couple of weeks, I've been like, yo, I'm motivating myself. And what I mean by myself, it also means my local astronauts team. My team that work with me on the daily, the ones who really putting in that work, the ones who really grinding, the ones who really getting to it. Because to help myself is to help my company. And to help my company is also to help others. I realize that I have to start motivating myself, powering up myself. It's almost like it's funny because it's almost like I'll be giving my one up to somebody else. I'm giving it's almost like I'm in the game of Mario Brothers, but I keep giving my one up to somebody else instead of giving the one up to myself. Instead of giving me the extra life, I'm giving somebody else the extra life. That's what I mean by I'm words of affirmation. I will give somebody that motivation, but I won't give myself the same. I can't do that no more. I gotta power up. So I'm saying that to tell y'all that we all gotta power up. It's not that you're not doing enough. It's just that you gotta accept your power ups, accept your wins, accept your glows. If you're a woman and you glowing up, accept that. You feel me? Accept your glow ups. For the men, accept your power ups. Accept the fact that you did something, even if it's a small win. Accept the fact that you got that. You know what I mean? Yes, Sash, that's real. Listening to yourself motivate others can be helpful. That's real. That's real. But you got to remember the same way that they accept that motivation from you, you got to accept that motivation for yourself. Accept that. Reciprocate that energy back to yourself. Give yourself that same energy. Love on yourself. I had to learn. I had to learn in therapy to love on myself. Everything can't be, I got to do this with somebody else, or I got to achieve this with somebody else. I can't do this alone. No. Some of this stuff you got to do alone. Some of your glow ups you got to do alone. Some of your best moments, you got to do it alone. No disrespect to nobody else at all. But this journey right here, for these small amount of months, for these little moments, you got to do alone. You got to get to that alone. I'm sorry. It's what it is. It's what it is. Sash says, congrats to you and your accomplished goals thus far. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. First off, I appreciate all of y'all just being on my live right now, rocking with me. I appreciate that. Wherever y'all at in the world, whatever y'all doing, I appreciate y'all just being here. Because I haven't been going live. I just really started getting in my bag of going live. But at the same time, it's like we all got something to say. We all got places to be, but yet you guys are here. And all of these small wins I've been accepting, like past couple of weeks, y'all been showing me love on these super chats. I appreciate that. Little twos and fews, little $2 here, $1 here, $5 there. Yo, all of that stuff means a lot. Thank you for that. Thank you for those super chats. Like, it's funny because I was telling my homegirl, you know, what was it? Yesterday? It was yesterday. I told her, I was like, yo, she pulled up and just came to vibe or whatnot. And when she pulled up, she, brought me a Big Gulp from 7-Eleven. I was like, yo, bring me one. She was like, okay, I got you. She brought one. And I told her, I said, yo, I appreciate that. I said, people don't understand those little small little things. I appreciate that more than I appreciate all the big stuff. And then she was like, I appreciate you taking the time to, record a verse or give advice on music and things like that. We got to all start doing that. And that's why I appreciate y'all being here. And I appreciate the vibe that we got, because we all got to start motivating each other. Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You already know we go back. We go back. That's my dog right there. She hold it down 100%. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It's real. If we in the lab and we gigging, she'll come through, bring some tacos. We vibing. It's real. No lies told. You know what I'm saying? And for all my subscribers and all my people that's been watching my content, I appreciate y'all. Yo, listen. Y'all be in the comments going nuts. That's what I mean by small wins. I even appreciate those moments where I'll be in the comments all day, like every video, every TikTok, every short. I'm in the comments responding back to y'all. That's me appreciating the small wins. That's me communicating with the people that's on the ground level doing what we doing. I'm connected to y'all. We finna have a good time. We finna play some records. We finna laugh. We finna talk about topics. We finna get through it all. This is what I be on. That's what I mean by accepting the small wins, motivating yourself, feeling good about yourself. Yo, I just hit 1,400 subscribers the other day. Y'all made me hit 1,400 subscribers. When I started this YouTube journey, I think I was at like 327 subscribers. And now I got 1,400, and I'm low-key, it looked like the way the trajectory is, it looked like I'm about to hit 1,500 before the week is out. Can we do that? Can we hit 1,500 before the week is out? I think we can do that. My wins is your wins. I appreciate all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because, and I'll just say this last thing before we get into, you know, our topics or whatnot, right? So I don't know if I told this before on my channel, but I definitely told a couple of my friends and things like that, right? I had a conversation with my boys, with my kids, right? And I was actually talking, first I was talking to Makai, and that's my oldest, right? Fats. So I was telling him, I'm like, yo, so, you know, because he do his YouTube stream, he be playing games, playing Fortnite and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, so, you know, I'm spending all this money on all this equipment, these computers and these cameras and these, you know, mics and all that type of stuff, headphones. I'm spending all this money, man. Are you serious about doing the YouTube thing? Like, are you serious about that? Or are you just like, whatever? It's okay to say no. And I let them know, it's okay to say no. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be a streamer, but you could just play games because you're having fun. You could just do whatever you want to do because you're having fun. That's never the problem. That's cool. But if I'm spending all this money, let me know now so I can ration out what I'm doing, man. Because, yo, these computers are expensive. And I'm only buying high-price computers and PCs and PC parts with the intention that he's going to go full-fledged with being a YouTuber. I can scale that back, and he can still have great equipment, but just do it for fun, right? So I'm asking him, and he like, you know, I don't know. I said, okay, so let me know what you know. But I said, until then, let me scale back some of this equipment because it's expensive, bro. And if you're not trying to take it seriously and make some type of level of business out of it, then let me scale back. And I wasn't trying to pressure him into doing it, but I wanted him to understand, like, when you want something, you got to work hard for it and go for it. And in the midst of me telling him that, my youngest son is listening to this conversation. He there. And I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, whatever you decide to do, you got to turn the jets on. You got to really turn it on. If this is what you want to do, you got to turn it on. And in the midst of me saying that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a YouTuber. They like, nah, whatever, bro, whatever. I'm like, I'm finna be a YouTuber. My kids are telling me, like, nah, you're not doing that. I'm like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. They don't understand. I'm dead serious. Do I have a career in music production? Yes. Do I have a career in professional audio engineering? Yes. Do I have a career in making TV and film, music and scoring? Yes. Do I have a career in running a company called Local Astronauts? Yes. But I'm finna be a YouTuber too. I'm doing that too. And I told them, and they thought I was playing. And I told them, I said, I'm taking 2 weeks. I'm going to do my research, my layout of how I want to approach this, and I'm going for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going for it. They thought I was playing. They thought I was playing. We're 1,400 subscribers now. We're 1,400 subscribers now. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all how much I'm not lying. Hold on. I'm finna FaceTime me. Y'all gonna hear the audio. I'm finna FaceTime me right now. Hold on. I'm FaceTiming them right now. They out of school. Let me see if y'all, let me know if y'all can hear. I'm being 100. I'm being 100. Hopefully you pick up.
Hello?
Yo, where you at?
Yeah. I'm at the other room. Yo, stop. What?
Okay. I got a question. You on live stream?
Okay.
You on live, bro? I got a question.
Okay.
Did I or did I not tell you I was going to be a YouTuber and you laughed in my face?
Maybe.
Nah, keep it on it. Keep it on it.
I wouldn't say I laughed in your face.
Bro, you laughed. You was like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's okay. It's okay. You could do that. You could do that. But now, second question. Do you remember how many subscribers I had when we had that conversation?
Like 20?
Right. It was actually like 327 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
What's my count right now? Go on your phone and check my subscriber count right now while the people is here. Check my subscriber and tell me how many subscribers I got.
Okay, hold on. Going out. Yeah.
This is real. It's live and direct.
1.41K.
What we doing? Let's go. What we doing? Last question. Last question.
Okay.
Am I the content king or not?
I don't think so.
Yo, to say what up to the people and tell them where they can find your YouTube page and your Spotify page.
What's going on, guys? I changed my name on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. My name is now Incognit.
Fire.
And my Spotify name is Slacker Corey. So yeah, you can follow me on all platforms if you want to. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, where's I at?
I'm not with Zai right now. He's at the other Bush account.
You wildin'. Make sure you coordinate with your brother because y'all still got to take.
I already did. I called him.
Okay, go. And make sure you coordinate with your mom.
All right.
All right, I love you. Your forehead is large. Bye.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I let them know live and direct. When it's work time, it's time to work. This is what we doing. If you got aspirations, go for it. This is a father. This is a hip hop daddy having a conversation with my kids and letting them know that you can chase your dreams. The same way I motivated them, I motivated myself. So although this conversation started with sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, I had to sit back and I had to reflect and realize that no, I am doing enough. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. The problem comes in if I stop. If I stop, it's a problem. If I stop, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. If I stop, that means I don't believe in myself. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You heard it out my son's mouth. You know what I mean? He doing, it's real. You know what I mean? It's real. We're going to go for it. Let me read these comments and then we'll get to the topics of the day. You know what I'm saying? Between you and your maker, self-motivated talks, yep, and goals, you're a VP before you hit the street. For sure. 100%. A VIP before you hit the streets. That is a fact. That is a fact. You gotta get yourself in the right mode to go conquer the world or conquer some part of the world, whatever you want. It is okay to do that. It is perfectly okay to do that. I'm just more of a person where I want to see results. So sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I am hard on myself when I want to see more results. But it's okay. The small wins work too. You know what I'm saying? Self-care first, like Dr. Pastor said, 100%. Self-care is important. If you want me to pray for you, you have to pray for me first. Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. That is a bar. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, self-care is a real thing. Like I learned more and more that making sure you take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically is a part of your blessings. It's a part of your blessings. Why would you be blessed if you're not taking care of your mind, body, and soul? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Couple more, and then we're gonna get to it. We have to show them for sure all we can. Yeah, that's a real thing. You got to show them everything. That's a fact. So they can choose exactly whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You show them, you motivate them. Exactly. That's the key. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. My boys are motivated from watching me work. They've been in my studio sessions. They've watched me negotiate deals over the phone and on Zoom. They've watched me, go to concerts. They was there when we did the Teach Me How to Dougie remix, when Makai was a baby, or he was like 2 years old, and Zai was a baby. They watch countless artists that they have seen on TV and seen in different situations. They've watched them work with us, blossom. They've been to some of the best places, in the world. It's just one of them things, man, where it's just like, in order for you to fully motivate your kids, you got to be popping too. You got to be doing your thing too on whatever level that you're on. Even if you don't, I'm not saying be a superstar and all that. I'm saying they're watching you like motivate and navigate your life. They're watching you do that. So when you say you need to be responsible, they're watching to see if you're the responsible one. When they say that you need to, chase your dreams, they're watching you to see if you're chasing your dreams. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. And usually, just like in a household full of doctors, the same way they watch their parents be doctors and nurses or whatnot is the reason why that they become that, because not because of the profession that's being pushed on them, but because they see their family being successful in a field, and they either want to go in that same field or they want to do something else, but still with the intensity of their parents, still with the level of greatness of their parents. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, tuning in for that. So let's get into the topics of the day. We've been having a lot of albums come out. We've been having a lot of albums drop this year. We got the Clips album. We got the Raekwon album. We got Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. We just got a Ghostface album. GNX was last year. We got a Tyler the Creator album. We got the Lil Wayne Carter 6. We got a lot of albums from legendary people and new artists. You know what I'm saying? We got the Young Thug Project. We got Metro Boomin. We got Gunna. Yo, if you line up all of these records that we got, all of these albums that we got, it's a pretty good year. This year is halfway done. We're in August. This year is halfway done, and we've been getting some stellar music. No matter what you feel, if this album is better than this album or not, it don't even matter. We getting music. Our playlists are getting filled up. We picking records from these particular albums that are fire. And we, JID just dropped the album. You know what I'm saying? God Does Like Ugly. That's fire. Benny the Butcher dropped a EP. You know what I'm saying? My boy Pounds 448 dropped a project. You know what I'm saying? Flea Lord and Crisis and Etho dropped the project. You know what I'm saying? They dropped the project this year. Rock America 3. They gave him that. You feel me? I'm going through independent and majors. It's a lot of projects dropping. And it's all after all of the beefs, all of the extra beefs and things like that. Good music is coming. That's what rap beefs do. Rap beefs bring good music. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. I love to see our artists of our time continuously give us good music. You know what I'm saying? Drop me a super chat if you feel what I'm saying. Let's keep going. Drop me a super chat. We got great albums, but now we got the second half. We have the second half of the year. Second half. And there's more music to be put out. So who's next on the bill? Who's next to drop these projects? That's what I'm excited to talk about. Is who's coming next. Now, first, let's get on this. Let's talk about this. Because everybody, they got mixed feelings about this record. A lot of people have mixed feelings about this record. Let's talk about the Cardi B Imaginary Players record. Let's talk about that. Imaginary Players, Cardi B record. Hit me with the super chat. I appreciate the love. From Bummy the Money, what's good? We in this thing. You already know. Sash, super chat action. Let's get it. From Bummy the Money, let's get it. Everybody got mixed emotions about this Cardi B Imaginary Players record. So first and foremost, if you don't know, Cardi B remixed or reflipped Jay-Z's Imaginary Players. You know what I'm saying? And Imaginary Players is just a fire record that everybody loves. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z went off on that. And that's a remake. Even Jay-Z's record is a remake of I forgot the original song. It's called Imaginary. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna say I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on. Let me not get the line. Imaginary Players by Jay-Z sampled which song? Yeah, it was they sampled Renee and Angela, Imaginary Playmates. So the original song is Imaginary Playmates. Then Jay-Z reflipped that, sampled that, and made Imaginary Players. And then Cardi B just came through and redid Imaginary Players the way Jay-Z did it, as far as the cadence and the flow and the approach of the song, which is pretty much saying like there's people out here in this game that's Imaginary Players. They think they got money, but they don't. It's women out here that think they popping, but they not. That's where Cardi B's coming from, and it's fire. And from what I hear about when Jay-Z sampled it, when he sampled it, he actually got into a negotiation with Renee and Angela and the people who own that record to pretty much, when he samples that record, that other people have the ability to be able to sample that record. But then everybody who has sampled that gets a percentage off the record. So from what I'm saying is, when Cardi B redid Imaginary Players, not only do the original people of Imaginary Playmates get royalties, but Jay-Z and the producer of that record gets percentages off the same record that Cardi B made as well. So it's kind of like a on-flowing thing. Like, it's not a lot of money for everybody, but it's how you keep everybody eating, which I think is phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. That's how business should be done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm per Sash, I'm gonna play a snippet of this song. I'm trying not to get flagged. I don't want to get flagged, but let me play a little snippet of the song real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do. Good idea, Sash. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play all the songs in order. That's what I'm gonna do. Imaginary Players, Who Sampled. So on Who Sampled, if you go to whosampled.com, you can pretty much check out every song that's been sampled and who was sampled by. You know what I'm saying? So let me go through it. So this is the original Renee and Angela Imaginary Playmates. I'm gonna play that. Okay, so that's Imaginary Playmates. So this is Jay-Z. So Jay-Z flipped that, and then he did Imaginary Players. And I think he sped it up. He didn't speed up. He sped up the tempo a little bit, but he kind of pitched the sample up a little bit. So this is Jay-Z Imaginary players.
Yeah. I mean, like, I gotta be like the pioneer to the shit, you know. I was popping that quick style when a lot of y'all niggas thought it was beer and shit. You know? Wear that platinum shit when all y'all chicks thought it was silver and shit. I gotta really be the pioneer of this shit. Bottom line. Let's see how to do it. Check.
Okay, so that's Jay-Z's version. You know what I'm saying? And then Cardi B, imaginary players who sampled. So then when you go to Cardi B's version, now I'm gonna play what she did. You know what I'm saying? And then she pretty much reflipped Jay-Z's version. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead. Let me play this.
The motherfucking rims that's yours. The shit he's been speaking about is like shit I was doing in like 2016 type shit. Like, you bitches don't even know the difference between vintage and archive. Like, yeah, look, now I speak that other shit. Pretty motherfucker shit. Cardi B, every song platinum. I'm not the other bitch. If you was gonna pay her, you gotta double it. Glory hole. Bitches don't know who they fucking with. Damn money.
Ooh, hey, she gassing. She now what she did was, and I'll play the Jay-Z's version a little bit again as well. What she did was she took the different cadence and flows of Jay-Z's imaginary player and she incorporated it into her verse, and then she put her own lyrics to it. The shit is fire. Now we're gonna get into whether it's a dope record or a hit record or not, but let me just go through this. So then she took that cadence. Let me play you Jay-Z's part where he's pretty much, you know, doing his thing on his flow. Same type of flow. This is where Cardi B got it from.
Yo, I spit that other shit. That's a nice motherfucker shit. Fed time follow me around. Deep cover shit, nigga. You bear money. I'm all year money. I'm popping, you ain't gotta count it, it's all live money. I never change money, cause niggas got strange money. Knocked up, marked up, fucked up in the game money. I got.
You know what I'm saying? So that same flow with the 100 shit, it's the nice motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Their money, I'm all their money. So now, one more time, I'm playing this last time. I'm playing Cardi B's part for the money flow. You know what I'm saying? But last time.
My stocks and share money. Your booking fee is my makeup and hair money. Bitches say I think I'm the shit. And this. No, you bitches can't live. I got this shit.
Come on, man. Come on. She gassed that. She gassed that. Now, this is what hip hop is about. This is what I like about this song. First off, it's nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much Cardi B pretty much gave us the woman version of imaginary players, which we it's something that we needed that we didn't know we needed, but we needed that. She gassing. She is gassing. What she's saying, she like glory hole. Don't know what they effing with. She gassing. She's talking money-ish. You know what I'm saying? She's just saying how she's far separated from the women that you think is in her league. You know what I'm saying? When you watch the video, if you ever get a chance to watch the video, she's literally sitting on the wing of a private jet. What are we talking about? That's a flex in itself. She's on the wing of a private jet. Most people, when they do the private jet joint, what they do? They go in the inside and film in the inside of the private jet, right? Or they got these little pier spaces where you can go film inside the private jet. They got them joints, right? They got those. That's cool. But in order to film on the wing of a private jet, you got to have a real private jet right there. She flexing. She got a real private jet right there on set for the video, and she on a wing in a beautiful dress. She in a Met Gala style dress on the wing of a jet, talking that cash-ish. What we talking about? Am I gassing? Am I gassing? Tell me why I'm gassing. Tell me why the record not hot. Tell me. Come on, Belly. Tell me why. I want to know how I'm gassing. She barring. She barring shit down. Matter of fact, all right, now we got to go to genius.com. Cardi B, Imaginary Players, Lyrics. Genius. Okay. Let's just go to the lyrics then. She not guessing. First off, we all know that she got the flow from Jay-Z. It's supposed to happen that way. I'm pretty sure when she said, yo, I want to sample this, they had a conversation like, yo, just do the flow how the flow's supposed to be done. Just put your own words to it. So that's happening off top. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the super chats. I'm gonna start responding to only super chats only. I'm sorry. I'm not responding to anything else with super chats. Let's go. We finna get to it for real. So, pretty sure they had that conversation. The record was cleared. So, what she's saying in this song, she going crazy. She say, now I spit that other shit, pretty motherfucker shit. That's Jay. That's how he did his thing in the beginning. Cardi B, every song platinum. I'm not the other bitch. Hold on. Who she throwing a shot at? Who she throwing a shot at? It can't be Nicki, because Nicki go platinum every time. Who else she throwing a shot at? Is she throwing a shot at Meg? Who she throwing a shot at? Go platinum every time. I'm not the other bitch. All right. Whatever you was gonna pay her, you gotta double it. Whatever you gonna pay her, you gotta double it. That's a fact. Whatever you pay like a lot of the rappers in the game that are female rappers, you really gotta double for Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Glory hole, bitches don't know who they effing with, who they fucking with. That's a bar. And some people say, if I'm not mistaken, that she got that bar from the Battle Rap League. She got it from Miss Hustle. That's what they saying. Either way, great bar. If she took it from, keep in mind, Cardi don't write her own stuff. She got her writers, but that's still a dope bar. Don't matter. This she go to the Jay-Z flow again. You know what I mean? Bitches don't know what fucking with. Their money, my stocks and share money. Your booking fee is my makeup and hair money. Come on, man. Your booking fee is my hair and makeup money? That's not a flex for women? That's not a flex? Stocks and shares money. That's already a flex off top. She talk about stocks now. Your booking fee is my makeup and hair money. That's not a bar? That's not a bar. Okay, let's keep going. That's fine. Okay. Did she go into the stuff that the these days? Bitches say I think shit. Do. Just bitches can't live. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's cool. Keep going. I got hot as shit. Hop out, pop shit. She's been doing that her entire career, even when she had no money. See, this is what, before I keep going, this is what I be saying. This is why I like Cardi B. And me and my homegirl, we was talking about this. I like Cardi B because she's a real human being. She don't care how much money she got. She's going to tell you some regular ass shit too. She's going to talk her cash shit, but she's going to also tell you some regular shit. Hop out popping shit. That's what she's been doing. Popping shit could be flossing, or it could be just talking shit like she always do. She been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? I like her because she's a humble human being. She's an underdog, and she's doing her thing. You know what I mean? Hop out popping shit. They say I walk around looking like a compliment. That's a bar. They say I'm walking around looking like a compliment. Okay, that's a bar. Keep going. Shut up, whining. Cardi still shining. Hoes kept complaining, so I got more diamonds. That's a Jay-Z bar. You know what I'm saying? He said similar to the same thing. That's a Jay-Z bar. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Keep the continuity going. But remember, if she says something that Jay-Z said on the song, remember, she's saying it for women. She's saying it the women version of it. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. She keeping the flow. Okay. Add more archive. Vintage couture on me. I got more Gaultier. Wait, I got more Gaultier than John probably. So you already know Jean Cartier. You know what I'm saying? She's saying that she got more Jean Cartier than the nigga who designed the damn shit. She got more of the fashion than the man who designed it. That's a bar. That's a bar. Stop me if y'all think these is not okay. These are not haymakers. These are not the best exquisite bars in the world, but y'all missing a point. She's trying to get y'all to vibe and let y'all know that this is some boss cash shit. What are we talking about? The funny thing is, a lot of male rappers can talk this boss cash shit, and y'all be like, oh, it's fire. When Rick Ross do it, oh, he said this, he said that. But when Cardi do it, y'all pissed? Y'all saying it's not enough? Is she not ishing on her competition? Except for probably Nicki. Is she not ishing on her competition? Y'all tell me. You know what I'm saying? Summer cheeks out. Winter minks out. I buy grown man watches and make them take the links out. Come on, man. What are we talking about, yo? You just seen her cop her new dude a watch. You seen her cop her ex-husband a watch. Man, take them links out, man. What you doing? Come on, man. Customize it to your wrist, yo. Stop playing. Easy. She said, it's summer, my cheeks out. Pause, relax. Winter minks out. Just in them two little lines right there, she's describing half the year. She's describing what she on, what she wearing half the year. And if you go through her Instagram page, if you go through all the things that she's done fashion-wise, if you go through the Met Gala photos, if you go through all the summer bikini photos, if you go through the yacht photos, if you're going through all of those things, you realize she really living what she say she doing. It's a fact. It is a fact. She really doing what she say she doing. Just saying. That's bars. That's when continuity of your lifestyle combines with the music. It's nothing wrong with that. Let's go through these. Let's go through these messages. Hold on. Boom. However, you're a great entertainer. You're killing every time. That's a fact. If you're a great entertainer, you're gonna do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna do your thing. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I still got to do business while I'm talking to y'all. But let me know what y'all think. So she got this record, right? Is the record a smash hit? In my opinion, no. It's a great record, but it's not a smash hit. But it's a record that probably in the cohesiveness of the entire album, it works. It works. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, does she have a smash record out of these singles that she dropped before she's dropping this album? No. Yeah, I gotta be honest. No, she don't have a smash record yet. But who gives a shit, man? We haven't got a chance to listen to Cardi in 8 years. can we have some fun? Can we enjoy the records that Cardi is giving us? These Cardi records is better than them Drake records we've been getting. It's better than them Drake records we've been getting. It's more unique and more than them Drake records we've been getting. But that's beside the point. What I'm saying is Cardi is giving us some good music. It's not the hit records or whatnot, but it's still some good music. It's still dope. She's still doing her thing. It's still records that I feel like, is good energy. It's nothing wrong with that. Let's keep that part going. Now about her album. Let's talk about her album. So, first and foremost, they said, if I'm not mistaken, they said the last hit record that she had, and I forgot what that was, but that record wasn't on any project, so they're going to put that as a bonus record at the end of the last record on this new album. You know what I'm saying? This new album. They're going to put that record on this project because it's not on no project. It's just a loose record. And Cardi's new album is called Cardi B new album name. I do research in real time. Am I the Drama? So her new album is called Am I the Drama? And to be perfectly honest, that is actually a great title because that's a title that reflects what she's been doing the entire 8 years she hasn't been releasing music. Like, she be on Instagram, she be on TikTok, she be on these platforms, whether she starting drama, finishing drama, it don't matter. She's asking y'all, am I the drama? Am I the reason why all of these things is going on? I think it's a great title. You know what I'm saying? Am I the drama? That sounds fire. I know the cover gonna be fire when she put it together. I already know the cover gonna be fire. And the title, Am I the Drama, is like another way, in my opinion, it's like another way of saying, like, do I get the most attention? Are y'all giving me the most attention because am I the algorithm? Am I the one that's always in the midst of everything? That's what I think she means when she say, am I the drama? Am I the one that's in everybody's, in everybody's feed? And I think that's a great play on words because it's something that's uniquely hers. Like, am I the drama? I don't think I've ever heard that before Cardi. And I'm anxious to see what the album is about. Now, when it comes to the songs, like I said, the singles, I really like the Imaginary Players. I think it's fire. You know what I'm saying? But the other records, it's so. I think I would love to hear some fire, like, undeniable records on this album. And I think we deserve that. I think coming up missing for 8 years, you got to come with some firepower. You can't play none games. You got to come with some firepower, for us, like 100%. You can't play around with that. Like, you got to come with some firepower on this album. And reason being is because, number one, you took too long to drop. That's number one. Number two, when you're that hot, from her previous records that she's done, she was on fire. And to take this long to come out with something, I don't know if it was, well, I know some of the time was because, she got pregnant, she got married. Of course, you want to take time out for yourself. So I understand that. But then after that, it's like, it don't take 8 years to get settled in and everything. I mean, you done went through a marriage and divorce in your time frame. You done went through a marriage and divorce in that same span of when you was not doing music. So that's crazy. So we got a chance to watch your life. The one thing I do respect is that she stayed relevant the entire 8 years. While other artists fall off and they try to find their traction, she managed to stay relevant the entire 8 years she wasn't dropping no records or no album. That is crazy, bro. If that's not viral, if that's not what that is, I don't know what it is. She held it down. She is the epitome of I stay in the tabloids. I stay the algorithm. That's fire. But it also has brought very, very high expectations for this album. Cardi better deliver. She better deliver. It's no other way. She better deliver. And reason being is because, and I'm gonna be honest, everybody's waiting for not just Cardi, but everybody's just waiting for great music to come through, back from the women. Like I'm waiting on Rhapsody's new project. I'm waiting on Erykah Badu's new project. I'm waiting on, like, I heard Megan Thee Stallion is coming out with an album before the year is out. I'm not really waiting on that per se. She kind of soured me out, but I think it's great for the culture. I think it's great for the culture that she should be dropping. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like the more great music we get, the more happy I am. I'm not gonna complain at all. I promise you, I'm not complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need. We need more good energy. We need more dope things happening. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. So Cardi B, you better come with that fire. You got to come with that fire. It is no way, shape, or form you cannot bring your A game. You have to. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get to another album that I want to talk about, and another project I want to talk about. And this is also somebody who has been in the algorithm, that has been talking their ish, that has been doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And his album actually got pushed back. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons, and he was mad at his label for that. I want to talk about Joey Badass. Because, for the past 6 months or so, and I'll get to that question, Sash. I'll get to that question. For the past 6 months or so, he's been dropping diss records, and just records in general that have been fire. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Joey Badass was trying to wake up the East Coast, trying to wake up his side of the USA to just get back to doing dope music. He felt like it was a void in New York music, and he wants to fill that void. I respect it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? He's still an actor. He's still doing acting roles and things like that. But he's also very serious about his craft and dropping music. He's very, very serious about that. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud that because, anytime you have a profession, especially like TV and film, that undoubtedly pays you more than music, you can easily just drop off and be like, man, I'm done with all this music shit. I'm just doing TV and film. I'm getting this money. I'm getting these big bags. I'm done. But he's adamant about getting himself back into music and doing things for the right reasons with creativity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the name of his actual album. I think his album is that's what it's called. His album is called "It's Lonely at the Top." That's the name of his new project. It's Lonely at the Top. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And it's dope because, like I said, he had, slight little beef. He tried to throw shots at Kendrick. Kendrick never responded. Kendrick Lamar never responded. He don't give a shit about that. But then he tries to, well, I'm not going to say try. He picks up a fight from people who was trying to defend Kendrick just by natural sheer loyalty. You know what I'm saying? The Ray Vons of the world, the Daylights of the world. Shout out to Daylight. That's my guy. Even who else? A couple of people from the West threw a shot at him. You know what I'm saying? Lip Poppy threw a shot at him. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of people. I think I'm forgetting a couple of people. But nonetheless, he put on a rap battle with a lot of people, and it was dope. But now it's album mode. What are you going to do when it's time to put out an album? You can't diss nobody. I mean, that's cool, but you got to have bops. The one thing that, I heard like, I watched the Bigger Picture. If you don't know what the Bigger Picture is, it is a hip hop show with Elliot Wilson, DJ Head. That's my guy. Shout out to DJ Head and Jeremy Heck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jeremy Heck. And their show, they cover a lot of different, great hot topics. And they talked about Joey Badass. And the one thing that DJ Head said about Joey Badass was he needs to come with some bops. Like you already showed everybody you can rap. You showed everybody your pen is dope. You showed everybody that you can, you want to tangle with the best. But now you got to make bops. Now you got to bring us in. Now you got to give us something to play constantly. I want to hear something for the radio. I want to hear something for the club. I just want to hear something I can play in my car. Can you deliver a stellar album? Now, me, I'm a 1999 fan. That is a project that Joey Badass put out before, and it to me, it's like a hip hop classic. I think it will eventually be a hip hop classic. It'll eventually be a hip hop classic, but he got to deliver on this album for sure. He definitely has to deliver on this album because, just respectfully, you got into rap battles. You talked a lot of ish. You came at Kendrick. So it ain't even about Kendrick responding. You got to live up to the musical and the musical creativeness of what Kendrick Lamar does. If your album doesn't raise the bar, not like that, but it has to raise some type of level of elite album making. You got to be at that point. As long as you've been in the industry, you got to have something that people want to stick with. That's my whole thing with Joey Badass. The 1999 record, I loved. I stuck with that. That is one of my favorite projects that he put out. But I want him to make this project, put your all into it. I want you to have fire on there. You got to have fire on this project, yo. It's real. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you have the right collaborations. And okay, you got to have some New York collaborations on this album. Because you was bigging up, your coast, bigging up Brooklyn. So you got to have a New York collab. In my opinion, I think you should have a legendary New York collab, and you should have a new artist New York collab, like somebody that's recent, like a Dave East or, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have a legendary collab. I would love to hear you with Nas. Nas was on your 1999 album, and he did a skit, but he didn't rap. I would love to hear Nas on a verse on this album. I would love to hear 50 on a verse on this album. And to be honest, I think 50 Cent should executive produce his next album if he hasn't done this one already. 50 Cent executive producing Joey Badass album would be fire because it's not that, like, let me say, Joey Badass doesn't need help with lyrics or rapping and stuff like that. But he may need help on song concepts, hooks, and that's what 50 is good at. 50 is good at making music that's captivating for somebody. Even at this stage, the man made This Is the Big Rich Town, and it's a hit as an intro to a TV series. It reels you in. So I would love to hear 50 Cent executive produce a project or even some songs for Joey Badass. Also, sorry, my apologies. I'll be working for real. Also, in my opinion, he needs to have the right singer-rapper combination. I would love for him to have the right singer and rapper as let's say we get Joey Badass and Chris Brown. Or what if we get a Joey Badass and Janae Aiku? Or what if we get a Joey Badass and her? Or Joey Badass and Giveon? Or Joey Badass and Snow Allegra? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? I would love to get a Joy Badass and a legendary singer or a new singer, you know, even a Mary J. Blige or something like that. I would love to get that on the album. I would love to get that on the album. That'd be fire. Because then we can have something for the ladies, something for the club, something for the hip hop cats. And the title was called It's Lonely at the Top. You gotta come with fire if it's called It's Lonely at the Top. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's lonely at the top? Oh, you gotta go crazy. You gotta go nuts. I promise you. You gotta go nuts. 50 did his thing with the intro for sure. You gotta go in. That's my whole thing. That's my whole premise of Joey Badass in this album. You got a lot of weight on your shoulders. You put a lot of weight on your shoulders. You need to deliver. It's a lot of other albums that's coming out at the end of this year, but those two albums, Cardi B and Joey Badass album, those two albums I want to hear. I want to hear those two albums. I want to hear those two albums. On top of that, let me say this. They both, right now with the scope of how hip hop is going, they both have the opportunity to reach number ones because I don't think that they're dropping these albums in the same week. So they both got opportunities to make a number one Billboard spot for the albums. They also got an opportunity to get like, I project Cardi B. I project Cardi B to make like around 200,000 for 200,000 in the first week. I project if Joey Badass can just get 80,000 in the first week, he did his thing. Cardi B, I'm expecting 200,000. I'm expecting at least 80, just 8, well, maximum 80 for Joey Badass. If he do better than 80, he did his thing. He did what he's supposed to do, for sure. Sorry about that. This is what I'm gonna do. There's one record from Joey Badass that I'm gonna play for y'all. I'm gonna play a little bit for y'all. This is from his 1999 album, and this is a record that I really love. And I feel like if he get in his pocket and start making these type of records, he gonna be good. He gonna be good. Hold on, let me put it up. Let me put it up. If he make these type of bops, he gonna be straight. Let me see. Joey Badass. Let me play. Hold on. The song is called Cruise Control. Oh, sorry. This is actually from his 2000 album. This is actually from his 2000 album. You know what I'm saying? This record is fire. It's called Cruise Control.
I just found the perfect e-comment.
Yes, I got ads. My bad. Man, if I get enough super chats, I can get my premium membership and not have no ads.
To celebrate, Reggie reached it.
Listen to this. This is a bop.
Living in a world so cold, keep a nigga on 10 toes. Where I'm heading, only Lord knows, and I'm dropping my top down on cruise control. Motivated to reach my goals. Worry about weak-minded bitches and hoes. These low-life niggas who ain't got no self-control. Just feeling hungry and a lot of people that I really told me bitches in my way. Holding on the fact of what we used to be back in the day. Niggas ain't gonna meet me halfway. I ain't finna wait. So I can elevate and levitate. Straight. Every day I meditate, cause I'm the one they love to hate. Focus on the bigger picture, trying to find a better way. Money getting longer, but I've been poor. The type of shit I'm teaching my daughter never was taught to me when I was younger, cause that shit wasn't even a thought. Keep it nigga. Shuffle my tongue down the cruise control. Keep it lit. Wait a minute, only Lord knows. Shuffle my tongue down the cruise control. Shuffle my tongue down the cruise control.
You know what I'm saying?
Shuffle my tongue down the cruise control. It was on the train.
Come on, man. We need that. Joey Badass give us that. It's on. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need those vibes. That's what we need. You know what I mean? These are the things that I'm saying. Like, I need for people to understand, like, when you going for like I believe that Joey Badass is going for album of the year. I believe he's going for album of the year. He's trying to, because we already got album of the year and Grammy contestants already. We already got G and X. We already got the clips. Let God sort them out. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? We got JID. JID album is so fire. That's album of the year. Like, that's the contestant for album of the year for sure. And I'm pretty sure we got more albums coming that might be album of the year. Tyler the Creator. We bugging. Tyler got 2 that could be for album of the year. Bugging. Tyler got 2 that could be for album of the year. You feel what I'm saying? So it will be great for Cardi B to be in that running album of the year for her album, and then Joey Badass. But judging by, they have to deliver. They have to deliver. They got to do their thing, man. They can't play no games. It got to be a real thing. That's what I mean by stepping up to that plate. Cardi, you took 8 years to not give us an album. Give us a stellar one. Joey Badass, you gained all of this hype for the East Coast and the West Coast. You did battles and everything. Give us a stellar album. He went on the Breakfast Club, I think yesterday or yesterday or so, and he was talking about his album and it now getting ready to be released. Is Lonely at the Top, and he was telling Charlamagne, like, you know, it's one of them things where, you know, he feels like he got the bops that he need to be able to compete. And I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It's pressure. I'm not going to lie. Joey, it's pressure on you. You got to come with that heat. And I'm probably going to end up doing a full reaction on the entire album when it drops. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a reaction for sure. And, you know, of course I'm going to get flagged, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing a reaction. As long as they don't strike me with something negative, we good. But I'm going to review that because I want to hear what that's about. I want to see what that's about. You feel what I'm saying? So we off that. We off them albums. Last thing before I go. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We've been in here for a minute too. Last thing before I go. So last stream, there was a record that I played, but I guess my Wi-Fi and everything was tripping or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to get into some work and set up some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really quick, make sure if y'all in here and y'all not a member, make sure you become a member. Do my membership on my channel. I got exclusives. I'm actually dropping some new content. I already dropped the beats already on the memberships, but now I'm going to put up some new videos, some stories that I'm talking about. And then the membership is start at $3.99. Make sure you get you a membership. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real. I got some special stuff that I'm doing. I'm doing giveaways. I'm doing a little bit of everything. So make sure you get a membership really quick. And then, so yesterday it was a particular record that I was playing. And this is a record that I actually, out of all the time in the world that I haven't been rapping, I actually rapped on this song. This song is called Serve Cold by my boy Dubman. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dubman. Shout out to From Bummy to Money, Clothing and Entertainment. You know what I mean? They be doing their thing. I got hats, I got sweaters and everything. I'm gonna be wearing that on my live and everything. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all tap into From Bummy to Money on Instagram. And this song is called Served Cold. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when I heard the song, out of all the dope songs he got on this new project, is fire. But when I heard this particular song, I was like, yo, I need a verse on that. You know what I'm saying? And he sent me over the beat, and I had to do my thing, and I sent it back. So, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer. That's always my love. That's never going to change. But every now and then, if I'm in a good mood, I'm going to give you a bar or two. You know what I'm saying? My verse is the second verse. Dubman is on the first verse. Dubman killed it, and I just recently realized that he produced the damn record, and he didn't tell me that. He produced the record. He didn't tell me that. The record is fire, and the record is called Serve Cold. And the hook is just about protecting your energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play this real quick, and y'all in the live right now, let me know what y'all feel. Put the fire emojis up. I want to see the fire emojis. I want to see the mic emojis. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play this before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Serve Cold.
Energy. So energy is really important to me, and careful about what they pray for me, because I'm praying to God. I'm praying to not that I discriminate against any religion, but are you doing it for the benefit, for the good, be kind, or is it something else? So protect your energy.
I was 14 in the system, thugging, dream in the pit. Now I pull off the lot and tip the window. This came plotting in the mental. We make the pots out the problems that we've been through. I used to rob the block, to now I'm gonna rob the hood. Blockchain game portfolio getting hot, fat. Damn it, we thinking outside the box. Game sight and order me up a box. Been achieving goals, ideas that they stole. We dip the company chain and trophy goals. Ain't stopping till we gross 100 million sold. Generational wealth, known around the globe. Generational health, the mold. Bad boot time, we'll never fold. Revenge is a dish, serve cold. So I'm whipping up the pot and serving out the bowl. Gotta protect your energy. Protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy.
Yo, bro, I don't lose more, cause my loyalty is cost more. You right beside me in this Cold War. It'd be Fantastic Four, little superhero. As the kids watch Fantastic Four, on and never stay on. Shit, I'm a songs till my day gone. Real shit, out of sight. Peace to my niggas, the life. Conversations were wild when I dim the lights. Life ain't like it used to be. Help many people, they didn't deserve it. It's just you and me. Smile at haters, disregard haters. Over 1,000 times before I say yes. Say less, I'm on the workload. Put in every rock. Make a dish that's best served cold. Take your energy. Niggas that's keep trying to get rid, but I'm blessed by God and memory.
So gotta protect your energy. Protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy. Gotta protect your energy.
Yes, sir. Gotta protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that record? You know what I'm saying? So that hey, listen, I have fun doing that verse. I don't rap often, but when I do, I'm gonna do it for real. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I play that again. You know what I mean? Because last time the record, it was glitching and everything. You know what I'm saying? So we getting to it, man. And yeah, shout out to the new sponsor for the day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Get At Me. You know what I'm saying? Get At Me clothing. You know what I'm saying? We getting to it. You know what I mean? It's my hoodie. My hoodie is thorough. You know what I mean? I'm showing love to them today. You know what I'm saying? Get At Me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Doing what I do. Man, listen, I love hoodies. You know what I'm saying? I love hoodies. I love to be warm. You know what I mean? To be snug and get my work done. You feel what I'm saying? So, so shout out to Get At Me Clothing. Make sure you hit them up on Instagram. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get to it. You feel me? What else? Let me get through these. Comments real quick. Y'all been commenting. I appreciate you, Sash. Good looking. Yeah, haters gonna hate for sure. Bums are going to bum. That is a fact. That is a fact. Let's see. Yep, I Am the Drama. Good title. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Look here at the top. Yeah, a Mary J. Listen, Joey Badass and Mary J. Blige would be fire or her. That'll be fire. You know what I'm saying? It's real. That's real, man. That's real. That's real. You know, Rocket Red Countdown. Countdown. Right, right. No, that's dope. Listen, man, we lit. Shout out to the super chat gang. Let's go. Serve code from Bummy the Money. Yo, this is my guy. Hey, yo, make sure y'all go follow Dub Man for Bummy the Money. Make sure y'all go follow. Stop playing. Make sure y'all go follow right now. You know what I'm saying? Always, cuz you already know I got you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. It's about just showing love, you know what I'm saying, and doing things like I said, when he played me the record, I mean, I'm sitting in the seat like this, and I'm just in there mumbling to myself. I'm like, man, send me the beat. Because, you know, my thing was like, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, been through a lot in the past couple of months, really a year, you know. And then when I heard that "Gotta Protect Your Energy," it resonated with me because it's like, yo, out of all the things that, you know, I go through and the things that happen, gotta protect your energy. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. I swear to you it is. I swear to you it is. You gotta protect your energy. You gotta protect the things that you're around, the energies you're around, the friends that you're around, you know what I'm saying? And I said some things in those verses that resonated with me, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you, Cuzzo, appreciate you, Dub Man, for allowing me to get on that record, you know what I'm saying? And then this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. This is what I'm finna do. I actually gotta go make a run. You know, I gotta go make a run. I gotta go get some ice and some cups and stuff like that. Stop at Smart and Final, you know, and rejuvenate all of the snacks and everything. I gotta go do that really quick. And then around, because right now it is, let me see what time is it right now. It is 6:23 p.m. Pacific time. At 8 o'clock, I will be going live and doing live music reviews. I'm doing live music reviews. So all your artists, all your producers, all of these people that you want to be heard, send them the link to my YouTube, have them subscribe. And when I get on live, send me y'all records. I'm going to send y'all the email to send it to. I'm doing live reviews. I'm playing records. I'm jamming the records. So I'm telling y'all now, y'all got about an hour and a half to let as many people know. And all you got to do is go to my YouTube page, share my YouTube page, and tell them, hey, follow this page. And when they go live, send your music in. I'm showing love today. I might even send some beats. If I hear something in the artist that I feel like is dope, I might just send you a beat. Who knows? So I'm finna log off right now, gonna make my run, and I'll be back at 8 o'clock, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Tell a friend. Appreciate y'all. Work love.